Okay, so probably not a ton happening in this video, but I thought it was a good topic to cover. So I'm here with Tundra. So I had a conversation with somebody recently about the small moments during the day stacking up. And it sounds like a thing that, you know, a trainer would just say. But here's why it's so true. Those small moments are wearing that neural pathway in the brain. And I know I kind of say that a lot. I probably sound like a broken record, but you have to remember every little moment during the day is shaping your dog's brain. It's literally physically changing their brain. So what they practice in those small moments is affecting their brain and how they're going to react in other moments, how they're going to behave, how they're going to feel in other moments. And a good example of that I thought was this right here. So I talk a lot about your dog, how they come out of their crate, how they go in their crate, how they go through the front door, or in and out of the car, that sort of thing. Because a lot of dogs do struggle with impulse control. They struggle with excitement. They struggle with anxiety. And in those moments, we're letting their brain go from point A to point B in that state of mind. We're letting them go from, I see a thing I want, or that makes me anxious, or that I'm afraid of, whatever the case may be. This is the state I go into. This is the behavior I do. And we're wearing it, and we're wearing it, and we're wearing it, and it's getting stronger and stronger. And the behavior gets stronger and stronger. And then in the big moments that we do care about, we're totally dead in the water because that reaction in the brain has become so strong and has been practiced all day in these, 10, 20, 30, 40 moments that they had throughout the day. They were able to practice that. And then when we come to a moment that we care about, well, what does the brain do? It practices the same thing it's been practicing all day, which is, immediate gratification, whatever the case may be. So I thought this was a perfect example of that. Tundra here is a pretty anxious, insecure dog. We went outside, we did a little bit of leash work, nothing major, but we come back in. She's a little uncomfortable in here still because it's not super familiar. There's a lot of other dogs around. And this has been her quiet, safe space that she is used to now. And so she wants to beeline it in here. So if I open this crate door and I just let her fly in, well, what am I doing? I'm wearing that pathway in the brain that says I'm uncomfortable. I want to get to where I'm comfortable. So if I just let her do that and I never ask her to do something else, to try something else, then when I start taking her out into town and, to Home Depot or something like that, her instinct is going to be to get away, right? So whatever the thing is that your dog wants, that's why we ask them to practice something else in those moments. It's not about being polite necessarily. It's not about waiting. It's about what kind of a reaction are we training in the brain. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with Tundra. So we come in. Come here, sweetheart. Let's go this way. And you see she doesn't want to come with me. Let's go. Good. We come in from outside. We come over here, right? And I open this door. No. So just a little pressure on the leash. I'm going to ask her to look at the open door and not go in. And I'm not going to ask her for a sit or a down or anything. I could, but I want her just being a free dog, kind of, and making decisions and just choosing another behavior. So you can see, yes, I gave her information with the leash, but now it's loose. I'm just asking her to resist the thing she wants and get comfortable with that. Good girl. Kennel up until I invite her to go in. Good girl. Let's take this off. Good job. And we're not going to do that 5% of the time or 10% of the time. We're going to do it 100% of the time. Good job.